E.T.N.
E.T.N. Movies, games, oh, and boobs.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob, and this video, we're going to do the review for Game of Thrones, The Breaker of Chains. Very, very good follow-up episode after what's probably the biggest shocker of this season thus far. We still have 7 weeks left in the series, in this season rather, and a lot of good build-up in this episode. You know, we see that the wall, obviously, things are going to start hitting, shit's going to start hitting the fan up in north. Daenerys is yet to take over, looks primed to take over another city and free some more slaves. And now we have basically Tyrion's judgment coming soon. A lot going on. Tywin seems a little bit concerned, but at least I did get confirmation that I think he knows maybe. I mean, obviously it looks like he's going to pin it all on Tyrion, but at the same time, I'm sure he's got some idea that it's not Tyrion. Why he chooses to pin it on Tyrion, I think he sees it as an opportunity to get rid of him. He's very, very shameful of Tyrion. He doesn't like him. Blames Tyrion for his wife's death. So I think he sees it as an opportunity to get rid of Tyrion altogether and not have to worry about him anymore. But at the same time, he also sees it as an opportunity to start building other very odd relationships. I haven't seen enough of Oberyn to know whether or not Oberyn's going to turn around and stab him in the back. I get this feeling that he is, but at the same time, Tyrion, very smart guy. He's very smart. Tywin. And I don't know. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, Oberyn really wants the mountain. Tywin pretty much told him that he wasn't, or more or less told him he wasn't responsible for giving the order. And told him, look, if you want to meet the mountain, you can meet the mountain. Just do me this one favor. Really, really slick. And already starting to mold Cersei's youngest son, who's next in line to take over the kingdom. And it's funny. There was one person on my last video who kind of laughed at me when I said that Tywin was intelligent. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a book reader. Maybe they know something I don't because I haven't read the books. But as far as I can see, the guy is pulling some serious strings. He's got some sort of intelligence to him. So now, just crazy, crazy. So much going on. I was not surprised that Peter Baelish killed Ser Dantos. I kind of saw that coming. And it was very nice to see him again. He is another one. Very conniving. Obviously, we know now, confirmation that the necklace did have the poison that was needed to kill Joffrey, and we got confirmation that Peter Baelish was the person who pulled the strings here. A lot of people were talking about the Queen of Thorns being the one to plant that seed or plant the poison. After seeing the episode several times from last week up to this week, I did see the little hints and where the cup came from. So now we got that all squared away. There's no big spoilers there. A lot of people figured it out well before we even got to this review this week. But it was a very good episode, setting up a lot of things to come. I mean, because with all the focus on Joffrey's death last week, and now a lot of people concerned with what's going to happen with Tyrion, we forget that things are converging, and Tywin is very much aware of what's going on. He knows that Daenerys has dragons and is slowly taking over the region that she's in. He knows that the Wildlings and the White Walkers up north are causing issues and starting to make their way south. And he knows that the Greyjoys are rebelling, and he needs more allies. He knows that if he wants to hold on to Westeros, if he wants to hold on to that throne, even though he's not on it, but he wants to be a part of that. He's the hand of the king. He's pretty much going to run the show. Pretty much, let's be honest. He's going to run the show. He knows that if he wants to hold on to all that, he needs as many allies as possible to counter all this rebellion going on around him. And that's what this comes down to. So, Tyrion now, I thought it was a very nice scene with him and Podrick. Podrick, again, as far as I can tell, seems to be very loyal. This is Game of Thrones, though, and that's one thing I love about the show, is that at any given moment, someone can just turn around and backstab you. But for the most part, Podrick has been very loyal to Tyrion. Tyrion, so concerned about Podrick dying that he told him to take the deal. It's almost like Tyrion is going to accept his death. And, I like Podrick. I hope he doesn't die. I got to be honest. In fact, I hope that Podrick turns out to be something a little bit more than what he is. I'm not expecting it, but if something like that were to happen, I think I'd be very happy with that. I like the character, and because of his loyalty, I like him. But we know what loyalty gets you in Game of Thrones. It gets your head on a pike. So if he does not turn out to be a big character, but at least he lives, I'll be happy with that. I can settle for that. Now, I think Tyrion, when this whole trial begins, even though everything's stacked against him, because you heard Podrick pretty much tell Tyrion who the judges are, what he was offered, how witnesses are coming to Queen Cersei and Tywin's side, because and would you expect anything else? I mean, Varys has already admitted he's a chicken way back in season 1, so it's no doubt that he's going to take the side or witness for the side of the king and the Queen Regent and Tywin. He's not going to witness for Tyrion because he's basically signing his death, his death papers. I think Tyrion is going to find a way out of this. I don't know how. Because I've seen him in positions before where he has been in a corner and somehow finds a way out. I think this is going to be no different, albeit more difficult, but I think he'll find a way out of this. Now, I think that's just a guess. I mean, we've seen big characters kick the bucket on this show, and, with the way things are stacked against him, if it was him that was next to lose his head, I mean, would it really shock anyone? I mean, we saw Ned Stark. That was a shocker for everyone. We should be used to these things. I'm hoping he gets out of it. I feel in my heart of hearts he will. But if he doesn't, it wouldn't completely surprise me. So that is probably the biggest thing I'm looking forward to see how that plays out. But I'm also looking forward to the north because there's a lot of shit going on up there. I mean, you got Bran heading into a storm. You have the Wildlings ready to converge on the wall. Gilly and Sam are having their little drama, and I know he's doing the right thing, but I don't know if he should have left her there. I don't think she's in any position. I don't think she's in any better position there than she was at the castle. I mean, I know getting her out of the castle was a smart thing, especially with what's going to go down. But those were some, those people in that place that he left her, some pretty undesirables. You know what I mean? So I don't even know if that was a good idea. And now Daenerys, with her little war that she's going to start on this next city to free slaves, and she's getting stronger. Didn't see her dragons, but I'm sure they're hanging about. Dario pretty much put that guy on ice in a heartbeat. I mean, and you saw that coming. You saw that coming. I mean, the guy's pissing on the floor. He's talking all this trash, charging at him with a sword, with a lance and a horse. Dario's sitting there like, yeah, whatever. I'll just, he kisses his knife, pokes the horse in the eye by throwing his dagger. Down goes the guy and he cuts his head off. Pretty simple. I mean, it was a very good episode, setting up a lot of things. We're going to have what's pretty much a big war coming on multiple fronts. Tyrion's trial. We still have Stanis Baratheon, who now is very desperate to get back in the fold now that he knows Joffrey's dead. He feels this is his opportunity to go out there and try and claim his throne. So Tywin has every reason to be afraid. He's got shit coming at him from all corners of the world. And finally, we look and see that even they tried to kind of make the Hound seem like he was a good person. Not a good person, but, tried to make him seem somewhat human. And I got to be honest, I wasn't too surprised with what he did the next day after they had the stew and he agreed to be that man's protector and worker. It didn't surprise me. He knocked him out, took the silver and took off. And obviously Arya, she doesn't agree with it. But look at what he said to her. I mean, he says to her, look, it's that reason why all you Starks are getting beheaded. This is how it is. Like what he did or not, only the strong survive in the Game of Thrones. Let's be honest. Only the strong survive. But anyway, guys, that's it for this review. A lot of things went on. A lot of good setup. Very excited to see what's going to happen next week. We'll do my preview video some point this week to take a look at the next episode. But I thought this was a great episode, countering, what happened with the last one in terms of Joffrey's death. A lot of things setting up for the next episode or the next few episodes. And one last thing I want to leave on before we finish this. Did anyone else just feel uncomfortable watching Cersei and Jaime get it on right next to Joffrey's dead body? Oh, I mean, I mean, it's one thing that you gotta watch them even do it, knowing that they're siblings. It's another thing that they're doing it at their son's deathbed. And yeah, no, nope, doesn't work for me. But anyway, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy, guys.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page.